There's different equipment sets in FanWar that we use, and they're usually used together. And I'm going to show you each one. For the basic league, they're always used together, and then in other leagues, sometimes they'll be mixed and matched. The first set is called Soldier Equipment. It's a buckler shield, which you put on. At least you can adjust these straps to put your arm in. You put your arm through one, and then you grab the handle like that. And then it also comes with a short sword. And this is one of the most versatile equipment sets that you'll find. The shield is really useful for blocking attacks from swords and spears, but also good for blocking arrows and attacks that usually go through armor. Short sword, it may seem short, but it's fast. And so this is overall one of the best sets that you can get, which is why I start with it. The second set is called Duelist Equipment. It's a longer sword called a broadsword. It has these upturned guards, so you can tell it's a broadsword, and then it comes with a dagger. The nice thing about Duelist set is that you have a weapon in both hands. You can sometimes take on two opponents, one on each side, attacking both opponents at the same time. You can also throw the dagger at somebody if you need to, and then take them out from long range. Of course, once you throw it, then of course you still got the sword to fight with, so it's a pretty good double set. The next equipment set is called Infantry Equipment, which is a long sword. It comes alone, but it has a lot of range. It's really well balanced, and even though you don't have the dagger that would go with the broadsword, you have more range, so you can usually hit people before they get close enough. It can be used in two hands, which gives you a different fighting style, but it doesn't have to be. It could be wielded in one as well. One of the most popular equipment sets is called Footman. Footman has this much bigger shield called a large shield. Same strapping system. You put your arm through it and you grab the handle like that. But it has a different weapon. It uses a flail. The flail is really great because it wraps around things. It's just squishy foam in the end there, so there's nothing really inside there, but it's a really great attack weapon. It wraps around shields, so if I was defending against this flail, if someone attacks, it can wrap right around and hit me in the back like that, and I go down. So this is a really good attack, really good defense, but this isn't the best for blocking. Sometimes it gets tangled in weapons. So that's Footman. Very good equipment. The next equipment set is Impact or Axe equipment. This particular axe is really nice. It has a good hook on it. It's useful for hooking weapons like spears and stabs out of the way, and then moving in close for an attack. It can be used in two hands or one. It has a stabbing point, so you don't have to just hack away with it. You can stab with it as well. Often you'll see bigger monsters using these because they can cut through armor with them. This particular axe, the standard one you get doesn't cut through armor, but many axes do. The next equipment is called Javelineer. It's all missile weapons. It comes with a javelin, which you can only stab with. You can't slash with this javelin like as if it was a sword. This is the only part that damages this little silver part, so you have to stab with that end there. But you get a dagger too, so I can throw the dagger at somebody who's attacking me and still have a nice long weapon to attack with. I can also throw the javelin. Of course, then I'd have nothing, so I better go get my weapons. So that's a lot of range. The next equipment set is the biggest defense. It's called Tower Shield equipment, and it's got 3 or 4 straps really, but one's for left-handed, one's for right-handed. I'm going to put it on my left arm because I'm right-handed. I go through both straps and I grab that yellow strap there, and cinch those down, and it comes with dagger. So you have a lot of defense. You can block almost anything, especially if you duck down and get it to touch the ground. It's really hard to get your feet then. You can still attack this way. It's nice if you have a couple allies with you with spears or stabs to attack from over the top of you. You can throw the dagger if you want, but then once you throw it, you've got no weapon. So you're still a really good defense, and you can go heal your friends, but you'll have to go retrieve your dagger. So that's Tower Shieldman equipment. Next is bows. Bowmen. We don't really use real arrows. It would be dangerous to use real arrows. So instead we use these little packets. They're bird seed inside of some cloth with the rubber band around them. You get 5 if you're an archer, and you get a bow. And the bow, any size is fine. Some of the bows are very small, some of them are bigger. This is a larger bow. The size doesn't really matter for this league. But you get 5 arrows, and instead of shooting them out of the bow, which doesn't really work, they tend to just sort of fly and hit your hand. Instead, we use this, it's symbolic. So I'll tag the string, and that means that I've notched an arrow. And then when I'm ready, I just throw at the target I want to hit. And then if I hit them, then they would be wounded. Thank you. So that's bowman. This is another form of infantry. This is claymore. Claymore is a very big sword with a really long handle. The thing that's nice about a claymore is with the long handle, it's very maneuverable. One hand up high, one hand down low. I can move it really quickly where I want to. It's also hard to get inside of a claymore. So if you try to rush someone who's using a claymore, they'll usually just swing it and hit you with this part of the blade and you'll be wounded. Whereas some other long weapons, if once you get close, it's easy to defeat the person. So that's claymore. Next equipment set is staff. Very popular equipment set because it has double sides. Really has a lot of range, so you can attack somebody really far away, but also you can take on two opponents. So if someone's behind you or in front of you, you can battle two people at the same time. Also by using a lot of spinning techniques, you can keep people away from you. Since it has two ends, you can also knock out with either end, which is not usual. There's only a few weapons that can do that, like the flail and the staff. Next equipment set is spear. Spear has the most range. It's slightly longer than the staff, so you're going to get maximum range. You can also slash with a spear, unlike a javelin. You can't really slash with a javelin, but with a staff you can. It has this nice long blade on it, so you can slash at people's legs like this and keep them from getting close. It's also a throwing weapon, unlike the staff. So even it has really a lot of range if you want to throw it. Once you throw it, of course, you have nothing, and you better go retrieve it if you want to fight anything. Very likely you're going to get killed if you don't retrieve your spear quickly. So I usually don't throw my spear unless it's a last ditch effort.